What's up, Eagle Nation? How y'all doing out there? This your boy Master P. Back with another video. What a game. What a game by both teams. Especially for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. From the offense and the defense. For those that are new to my channel, before I get into my content, welcome. I get my content on the Philadelphia Eagles. Whether it's the off seasons, the preseasons, the regular seasons, the playoff games, the free agent signings, the trades, the draft prospects, the draft days, the draft picks, and the Philadelphia Eagles highlights of former ex-players, legends, and Hall of Famers that I have done. Check them out. Some of those that nobody has done before. Feel free to check them out, learn them, appreciate them, study them. Now, don't forget to like the video, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and follow my Instagram. It's in the description box. Show your boys some love, and I'll show the love back to y'all. So let's get on to it, shall we? Eagles versus the Steelers, which was the Steagle game. Both teams have met since 1933, and it became a unit as one team, as the Steagles in the 1940s. From about 1943 or 1944, all the way to now, they have a lot of history together. Both teams from Pennsylvania. They have history throughout over the years. They had some battles. They had wars. But this game right here, it's a lot of records have been broken. A lot of history moments. A lot of historic moments that has been shattered, that has been broken. I'm going to tell you one of those records. The Philadelphia Eagles have shattered the record, starting with Jalen Hurts being the quarterback of franchise history with more game consecutive wins than any quarterback that have played with the Philadelphia Eagles. From the Norv Van Brocklins, the late great, aka the Dutch, who helped the team win the last world championship before the Super Bowl era in 1960, beating the Green Bay Packers, the only team to ever do that. From Donovan McNabb, as one of the last quarterbacks to help the team get to 7-0. We know the history back in 2004. And, man, just as much touchdown passes, consecutive TDs, along with Nick Foles, a Super Bowl champion. We know that history. I don't want to get into that. We know the history. We know that. But in A.J. Brown, the first Eagle to have 3 consecutive TDs in a game since Kevin Curtis. And not only that, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown have had a quarterback and receiver duel in a game since Norm Snead and the late Ben Hawkins from 1969. No. I don't think Norm Snead was the quarterback in No, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. Since Ben Hawkins, I forgot the quarterback's name. For those that know the quarterback that played with the Eagles in 1969, I forgot the name already. Comment below in the comment section. But since Ben Hawkins in 1969, in the 60s, who Harold Carmichael learned a lot from. You don't believe me? Look at the history. Go check it out for yourselves. And you can hear from Harold Carmichael himself. He learned a lot from him and Harold Jackson, who played with the Eagles in the 60s to the early 70s. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. But like I said about that game, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, they made history and broken the record in that game. And so is the team in general. But in the beginning, they had some a little rust, had some difficulties in the beginning, but they started to step up to the plate and starting to bounce back and play their ass off. That's exactly what they did. We had A.J. Brown, who had a monstrous game. Shout outs to A.J. Brown. That's my first player of the game. Goes to A.J. Brown. For 3 consecutive TDs in this game. 3 receiving touchdowns. Says Kevin Curtis. Oh my goodness, man. Could you imagine, like, had we not had A.J. Brown right now, not Devontae Smith and some of these other guys, like, we will not be 6-0. No, we will not be 7-0 right now. They don't understand. They don't understand how big of a deal having A.J. Brown playing with the Eagles is right now. This is really a blessing in disguise. I'm telling you right now. Having A.J. Brown, I still can't believe like he's really playing with us. It's like we're living in a dream, and this is a reality. This is real. This is legit. It's the real deal. Oh my goodness, man. Shout outs to A.J. Brown. He had a great game. He could have done better. Like, he missed a few catches. I mean, he was disappointed. He didn't get more catches as he should have caught. But he had 3 touchdowns, though. So that's good enough right there. But shout outs to A.J. Brown. Swole Batman. Yeah. He kept that going. He been using this, man. Swole Batman. Now, another player of the game I got to give a shout outs to is Dallas Goedert from that one-hand catch to get the first down. He had a couple of catches, a couple of first downs. He had a good game. Could have done more, could have done better, but shout outs to Dallas Goedert. Miles Sanders, shout outs to Miles Sanders, who had a good game as well. Could have done more, could have had a lot more carries, but he had a good game. So shout outs to Miles Sanders. Another one is to the offensive line that held it down. They've been locking them down, shutting them down as much as possible. Even though the Steelers defense, they was bringing their A game. They had a couple of stops. They had a couple of sacks. But they had a battle. They put up a fight. So shout outs to the Steelers for that. But to the offensive line, they held it down. Shout outs to every single one of them. Another one is Devontae Smith. He could have done better, despite losing 10 yards from a 2nd and 20. But he had a good game. Next time he can do better. And also another player of the game I gotta give credits to is, of course, Jalen Hurts. Our quarterback, Jalen Hurts. He's doing it. It's Hurts season. It's really Hurts season for real. And shout outs to Laura Brunson for making that as a movement. It's worldwide. Shout outs to LB as a North Philly native as well. So shout outs to my North Philly brother. Now, Hurts season is legit. It's real. It is real. And it shows and proves why. He's on the verge of going MVP this season as an MVP candidate. If he keeps this up. Keep this up. He's going to be breaking more records. If he keeps playing like this. He keeps playing big. But shout outs to the quarterback Jalen Hurts for his performance today. Could have done better. He had some difficulty moments, 50-50 game, but he had a good game. He did. I ain't going front. Now that's the offensive side. Now let's talk about the defense. Now the defense, most of the times they had a hard time getting to Kenny Pickett, but they had a couple of sacks. They had a strip sack. They had an interception. And one of the first player I want to give a shout out to is Hassan Reddick. He had a sack on Kenny Pickett. So shout out to Hassan Reddick for that. My second player is Javon Hargrave. Shout out to the grave digger. He had a good game too. It was moments when he was lacking, but he stepped up to the plate when it's necessary, when it's needed. So shout out to Javon Hargrave, the grave digger. Now, my third one is Milton Williams. While Jordan Davis was out during the knee injury, who's out to 4 to 6 weeks, thank goodness it wasn't a season injury, because we need somebody like that. I wish him a full, speedy recovery. Shout out to Jordan Davis, so wish him nothing but a speedy recovery. And we'll see him in the last couple of weeks before the regular season ends until playoff games. And that's when they're about to turn up. Now, Milton Williams, he had a sack. He had a couple of pressures. Now, another one is James Bradbury. Shout outs to James Bradbury, man. He did his thing in this game. Yeah, he had a pass interference on one of the plays on one of the man-to-man coverage. He had pass interference, but he had a hell of a game. He stood right there where the receivers is at. Whether it was Pickens, whether it was Claypool, he stood right there where they was at. He knocked the ball away. He stood right there where they at, where they couldn't get separation, where they couldn't get open. He did his thing, so shout out to him. And Big Play Slay, who did his thing in this game too. Nobody did not stand a chance. You barely see Pickens get a reception only that one time, or maybe twice. I lost count, but he held it down. He did his thing. And nobody had stood a chance right there where he was at. Nobody didn't stand a chance. Nobody couldn't get open. They couldn't get reception where Slay was at. So shout outs to Slay. Another one. I'm trying to make sure I ain't missing anybody else. Shout outs to Avonte Maddox. Also, shout outs to Avonte Maddox. He had a couple of good defensive plays in this game. He had a good game in this game as well. So shout out to Avonte Maddox. Another one, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's worth every penny, every dime with this signing. This is a real deal right here. I like his swag. I love it. I love his energy. He's humble. He's focused. He's ready. Yeah, he's a trash talker, and I love that energy from him. So he had a good game as well. He had an interception, and he had a couple of stops. But shout out to C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He had a good game in this game. He had a good performance. So shout outs to him. And so is Marcus Epps. He's another one. Could have done a lot more, but he had a good game. He had 50-50, but had a good game. So shout outs to Marcus Epps. Not too much to talk about. Oh, and T.J. Edwards. T.J. Edwards, he had 50-50 game. Could have done better. He had a couple of stops. But, yeah, that's about it. And nothing too much to talk about. That's about it. But, enough is enough of that. It's time to get a toast to the Eagles. Let's do it, y'all. Let's do it. Get y'all drinks out. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Hold up. Got one of my favorite beers, Bud Ice. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, see the foam? Yeah. Okay. To the Eagles, reaching 7-0. We got a few more games to go before playoff time. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. One game at a time. Let's go 1-0 each and every week, every single game. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's drink up. Yep. All right. A few more things I want to talk about. It's the Philadelphia Eagles is heading to Houston, in Jalen Hurts' hometown, where he grew up, where he was raised, where he started his career at. Heading back home to Houston, facing the Houston Texans. Now, do not look down upon any team. Do not look down upon the Texans. Despite their records, do not be fooled by no one. Whether the record is good or whether it's bad, do not look down upon nobody. I will take them serious as well. I will take any team serious. Hitting to Houston. Just like the Phillies playing the Houston Astros in the World Series. Hitting to Citizens Bank Park in Game 3. So Philly fans, y'all better turn up. Ride for your team. Bring the spirit. Bring the energy into Citizens Bank Park. And Eagle fans, y'all the Philly fans as well, y'all better turn up. Get loud. Go crazy. Turn up in that building. Because the Phillies will need y'all on this. The Phillies need y'all to ride with them. They need y'all to have their backs on this. And I know y'all will. But get loud, go crazy, turn up at the bank. Now back to the Eagles. The Texans. Now, they have a couple of good players on there. Especially the defensive side. So, let's enjoy this win right now. Until Monday, next week comes, back to work. Time to be ready. Look back at the tape of the last game y'all played. Clean up the mistakes. A lot of things to fix. A lot of things to clean up. This is crazy. You gotta think about this. While the Eagles hitting the Houston, facing the Texans, just like the Phillies going against the Astros in the World Series, it's a battle between both cities, Houston and Philly. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that something? It's a battle between both cities right now. They're playing in the World Series, and both of them in the NFL and the MLB. But that's crazy. It's hard to explain. There's nothing else to say about that. It's hard to explain. But both teams from Houston and Philly, from the NFL and the MLB, is going at it. It is a battle. What more else can you say about that? So I'm going to end the video right here. So if y'all enjoy my content, hit the like button, comment below, subscribe to my channel, and follow my Instagram. Let's get a last toast to the Eagles. Let's hope we get to 8-0. On to the next. Let's enjoy this win right now. But next week, back to work. Let's get a drink up. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's go.